Hello and welcome to Blockchain Gaming World with me, John Jordan. So we're still looking at FORKAST, the new prediction market on Ronin. And let's look at this prediction here. So which Ronin game will reach 300,000 daily active addresses next? So this is one of these sort of multiple choice situations. So we have four games that are down. So we have Pixels, Machine Arena, Axie Infinity and Aperon, or others. So it will resolve based on what Dune Analytics is tracking. That's an analytics platform. And if no game reaches the milestone by the end of the year, it will remain unresolved. So if we know a little bit about Ronin, Pixels is the only one of these games that in the last year has done over 300,000. It's currently about 230. Machine Arena is much lower than that, about 150. Axie Infinity is lower than that. Obviously, Axie Infinity has been bigger than 300,000, but a long time ago. And Aperon is really not doing a lot of on-chain stuff at all. So of the, any one of these games could do that. It's not inconceivable that any of them could do that. But I think this current time, Pixels is the most likely. So let's have a look at Pixels. So there's no volume on here at the moment. If we look at the order books, there's nothing in here at all. So we're going to be the first to place an order. So let's just work it out. Which Ronin game will be the first to reach 300,000 daily active unique wallets next? So we think Pixels, and I'm going to buy a yes. So I think it's going to happen. So I'm going to buy yes. So obviously, I can set sort of this sort of price. So if I wanted to, I could set this at anything I wanted to. So really, at this stage, it's sort of a bit more complicated than normally would be the case because I'm creating the market. So normally what you'd expect to see is the market's already created and you come in and it says there's a 75% chance that Pixels will be the first game to do 300,000. That's because someone else would have set this stuff up. Potentially the platform would do it, but FORKAST isn't doing this. This is a peer-to-peer, so this is the players who are setting up these predictions. So given we're just setting these things up, I think I'll just stay for 50-50. I won't try and get clever. So if I go, I'll have 10 shares at 50 cents. So my total order price is going to be 50. It's going to be $5. Sorry, and if Pixels is the first game to reach 300,000 daily active wallets, that number will go to effectively $1. So my potential gains will actually be $5. So my total will be $10. So let's do that. Set in a buy order for that. So we're just going to sort of sign. Okay. So we can now see that's been successful. And so now we can see here, because I've put this order in, there is a buy order here that I've put in for 50 cents for 10 shares. So that order is there. This will only become an actual order if someone comes in and takes the other side of this. So at the moment, if I go into my portfolio, I have positions. So these are sort of these are predictions that have been fulfilled on the other side. So someone else has taken the other side of it. So one of us will win whatever one of these markets is. And I have open orders, and these are ones that no one else has filled. So at the moment, if no one comes in and fills and takes the other side of this option, then it will nothing will happen. So these are effectively. In fact, I could just cancel these. I could just cancel these if I wanted to. If it went for effectively no cost. These positions I could trade. So I could just cash these in or out depending on if there's any sort of value in them. So that's the sort of situation there. Could go back to that Ronin one, because I may want to think I only had a 50-50 on Pixels. So maybe actually the most likely is other. So I could sort of, in a sense, sort of hedge my bets. So someone already has put 20 shares in other. So sort of, if I wanted to, I could take the other side of that. Or I could, if I really don't think, if I think Aperon is definitely not going to be that the game to do that, I could say I could buy a no, and then I'd again set my price. I probably wouldn't set it at 50-50. I'd probably set a different percentage there. But if you get really sophisticated, you might start to go in and you might have you could potentially have bets in all these positions and make money from all of them. So if you really think Pixels is going to be the one that's going to win, you could win from that, and then you could also win because all these other ones are going to lose. Obviously, that sort of stuff gets quite complicated, and you're more likely to lose money in those sort of situations. But in this sort of prediction market, the sophistication is that you can make predictions across all these, and these predictions could all sort of interlink, and obviously you could hedge against other things as well. So a lot of this is what's going to happen, and also looking at some of the percentages, because this potentially may be open for a whole year. So you may have a position that's wrong, that's incorrect in the long term, but for whatever reason, people might think that position is right, and you may be able to sell that even though it's wrong. So prediction markets are pretty sophisticated at this level. You really have to think about them, what you're doing. So it's really not for people just sort of messing around. But they are. The whole point of these prediction markets is people do think deeply and sort of, in that sense, put their money behind sort of deep thought, not just sort of messing around sort of thought. We'll see how this sort of plays out. This sort of stuff I think is super interesting, but it does need a certain audience, I think. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you again soon.